Alright, John, I'm going to show you a little bit of how involved carrier ratting actually is. Notice what I've got active here. The tracking unit. I've got tracking speed scripts in both of them to help hit the frigs, adaptive invol, and EM ward just to kind of keep some of the heat off of me. Sonos there, and network sensor array. And at the moment, obviously, you can warp with the NSA on. I've actually set the auto repeat off to try to accustom myself to actually having to cycle it here and there, which has already been having an effect on my ticks because it's taking me just a little bit longer to clear the shit. So, anyway, I'm gonna warp to one side, warp out, knock out a Haven right quick, and show you how it's involved. Warp in at 70. First thing you want to do is line out, which is what I'm about to do. Oh yeah, another 27 mil tick. That's great. Lined out. Launch fighters. NSA on. Send the fighters over there.
Say again?
I'm talking to you on video. I'm recording, and I was giving you a little intro at the same time, and I forgot I didn't need to press the push to talk button.
Oh, well, don't you feel silly?
I do. Basically what I'm doing here is just keeping us target selected next and engaging them on the next one just as soon as it's dead. That way the fighters don't just stop in space right there. Because if they're stopped, they're vulnerable. Throw one heavy rocket salvo at each battleship. Usually don't put any rockets on the smaller stuff and just save them for the big ones. If you put one salvo on everything, every battleship, you always have enough for your very last wave. That's the last one on this wave. Go ahead and cycle the NSA again. See how the fighter, they're taking a little bit of damage already, just because I didn't lock them up fast enough. Here's where that tracking speed helps a lot with these frigates and everything, because fighters aren't specifically geared to take down the smaller stuff. They can, and it takes them, you know, sometimes just as long as it does to kill a battleship. You see, the fighters actually have a little bit of shield regen as well, which is helpful. Unless they're taking a lot of damage really quickly, I don't generally pull them back in. A lot of people tell you to pull them back in as soon as they go orange, but that's not necessarily as efficient sometimes, which I've got drone durability 5 and some other things that help out a lot, but you know, it's just kind of your call. Running these T2 fighters though, if you lose one, it's kind of a significant amount of money, so you got to be careful with them, or your overall ticks will actually drop. You'll notice right here, that one's tracking disrupted. And that's about the only time I make an exception for putting any kind of a rocket salvo on something smaller than a battleship. If you sit there and wait on it forever, it's going to take forever to kill it. So sometimes a good idea to put a rocket salvo on the little ones if they've got your fighters tracking disrupted. What works out really well a lot of times though is they'll actually track and disrupt your ship if you're within range and close enough. And the downfall to that is obviously your ship will pull aggro sometimes, and you don't necessarily want that either. Another benefit of actually cycling the NSA is obviously you need 75% capacitor to initiate a Sino jump anywhere, and cycling it actually allows you to keep doing that. So I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's just me trying to get used to it, I guess, is the biggest deal. And there you go. See right there, tracking's disrupted on my ship. It's also on the fighters, but you know, on the ship as well. Do a rocket salvo at him. As soon as these other ones are dead, I'll go ahead and put the other 2 fighters on him and knock him out really quickly. Hopefully I can kill these guys in time to get everything locked up before the NSA cycles. I think I can lock 9 targets currently. So if you can get them killed fast enough, it looks like you can probably still get everything targeted in every wave before you have to recycle your NSA. And they're all dying like crazy.
The hell? Missiles aren't turrets.
Nope, missiles are missiles.
Oh, that's so gay. Game sucks. Oh, I'm salty. I'll be right back.
Alright. I think this is the last wave. I'm not sure. I'm gonna sling a few extra missiles. I usually get mixed up on the Rock Havens, which one's actually the last wave, but I think this one is. I'm probably gonna be wrong and be almost out of missiles. Last wave, cool. Alright, so we'll recall all fighters. Hit that micro warp drive, get them pulled back into you. Look at my ship. As soon as they land, we're already pre-aligned to the Fortizar. We're going to warp to within 0.
Warp drive active.
Peak hours, a lot of times I'll be pre-aligned to another site just because I know there's enough people that'll be broadcasting intel, you know. But if usually late, I try to stay aligned to somewhere I can at least tether at, which is obviously helpful. So maybe that'll show you a little bit of how involved carrier ratting actually is. It's not really passive at all. So anyway, thought you might want to see it.